Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we have another crazy story to read, and this one is titled "My Husband Cheated for 3 Years and Fell in Love with an Escort." Okay, just going from the title, this is insane. I already know it's gonna be insane, right? So without further ado, let's jump right into it. I honestly don't even know how to process my marriage anymore, and I need outside perspective because my reality feels shattered. My husband and I have been together for over 9 years, married almost 7. We built a home together, had a baby, renovated our house, planned the future. I moved countries for this man. I left behind my family, friends, familiarity, my support system, everything. I worked jobs I absolutely hated at times because we were prioritizing his schooling, career moves, and opportunities that would bring more income and stability for our future together. I truly believed we were building our life as a team. About a month ago, my entire world collapsed. I found out that he had been cheating on me for over 3 years with escorts or prostitutes. Not one mistake, not one drunken night, but an entire hidden life. And somehow it gets worse. About 2.5 years ago, he brought an STD home to me. I was completely blind to what was actually happening. When I confronted him, he turned it around on me and suggested maybe I had cheated. Then he reassured me that it couldn't be him, and I believed him. I genuinely thought maybe one of us somehow got years ago and just never got tested for it. Thankfully, it was something treatable with antibiotics, but mentally it destroyed me after learning the truth. Hold on. Hold on. He brought home an STD to you. And you forgive him even though he gaslighted you. He hardcore gaslighted you, saying that it could be you, maybe you cheated, and then OP decided that he might be right. Why would you believe him saying that it's because you cheated? Like, don't you know if you own self cheat? Huh? I don't know. Him gaslighting you and saying that you are the one who opened your legs, you are the one who actually got STD from someone else out there, not. That was crazy. And I think in OP's sense, in OP's case, she thought that maybe someone she used to have sex with, or maybe it's her ex or something, had it, and then she got it, and then she found out only now. I think that's how she thinks. But regardless, this is crazy work. Like getting married with someone for over 7 years and counting, cheating with you, living a double life with 3 years with escorts and prostitutes. Not even like normal people, but escorts and prostitutes, literally people you pay for services. Like, can you imagine how much STDs were gotten around? Like, that would be insane. How is he okay with that? Like, has he never learned anything about how some STDs can actually be fatal? Like, is he not afraid?
Stop it. Get some help.
The hardest part is that he says he didn't want feelings attached and didn't want to lose me. Meanwhile, I was home raising our 9-month-old, working full-time, trying to survive postpartum, trying to hold the household together, and trying to make a relationship work. Believing intimacy struggles was something we could heal together as a couple. Then, a month ago, he admitted that during a training trip for his license in California, he hired an escort to stay with him at his hotel for multiple days. According to him, she stayed longer because she liked him, and over those few days, he developed feelings for her. They started talking about an actual future together. Her moving into my house, him proposing a polyamorous relationship and building some fantasy life together while I was home with our child. There is so many things that is wrong with that sentence. Number one, polyamorous relationship with someone who's pregnant with your child. What are you smoking, bro? How would you think that that is fine? You barely got time on your hands to take care of yourself because you didn't take care of a pregnant woman. And now you're suggesting to the pregnant woman that you want to bring another woman to the mix. Do you think that you're living a harem life? Like, who do you think you are? Do you think you're a sultan or something? Like, be for real. And they are escorts. They are escorts with a lot of body count and STDs everywhere, untested or tested, we don't know. Did he forget for a moment that he's actually married? Does he not know what being married means? Does he not know what adultery means? And second of all, How the hell is he in love with an escort after a few days? That's not love, honey. That is not love. Love requires sacrifice, love requires stress, love requires forgiving each other after many fights and working things together. You don't just fall in love with an escort that you paid services to in a few days. He is delusional for sure. I just feel so bad for OP because she really didn't deserve this. Not when she's pregnant. What completely shattered me is that they were even discussing creating a fake origin story for her so people in our lives will not know she was an escort if she moved here. It made me realize how deep the deception actually went. And like a lot of people with betrayal trauma, my brain started spiraling trying to understand what was real and what was a lie. We shared passwords for years, and he was extremely good at hiding everything. Deleted emails, hidden conversations, lies layered on top of lies. And eventually I found email chains with other escorts and realized he had even tried inviting one to our apartment while I was away. During the same time I was pregnant and going through a difficult pregnancy. Wow, he's actually covering his tracks. Actually trying to invite people over to their shared apartment. The level of disrespect is crazy. That part especially broke something in me. The idea that strangers were being brought into the home and space I considered safe while I was carrying our baby feels deeply violating. I also found messages, photos, plans, and promises between him and the escort from California. And what hurts even more is that after everything came out, he promised that he would cut contact with her, go to couples therapy, and focus on healing our relationship at least enough to become healthy co-parents. But he continued lying and continued contact behind my back again. Okay, he's just a serial cheater at this point. This is what I mean by cheaters never change. They always cheat. If they know that they can go and get forgiven, they will do it over and over again because they'll just delude themselves into thinking, okay, you know what? They found me on this time, I just have to be a bit more sly the next time so that I don't get caught the second time. That's how they think. They don't think about repentance, they don't think about how deep you hurt the other person, how bad you wreck their lives. They only care about their happiness, their own thrill, their own enjoyment. And that's how you know that they don't really love you. Because they don't prioritize your safety, they don't prioritize how you feel in your relationship. The craziest part to me is that no emotionally healthy person throws away a marriage, a family, a child, a home, and years of shared history over a 1-month fantasy relationship with an escort. I knew for years that my husband had emotional issues and unresolved problems, but he refused therapy over and over again. But they had existed in a completely controlled environment. Hotels, trips, excitements, no responsibilities, no babies waking them up at night, no bills, no real-life accountability. Of course it felt exciting and easy. It was basically an escape from reality. But I also think people in such situations like this wear rose-tinted glasses. They confuse fantasy, validation, and escapism with real love. Real relationships are built in ordinary life, through responsibility, loyalty, stress, sacrifice, and consistency. Not during a few days in a hotel while paying someone to be there. OP clocked that shit. And also sidetrack a bit. Why would you have a baby with this guy who is obviously so unstable? He refused therapy over and over again. He had emotional issues that were unresolved. He's still acting like a child. How is he going to support you and the new child? Looking back now, I realize how much instability he brought into my life long before I knew about the cheating. Constant impulsive decisions, need for validation, lying and exaggerating reality to impress people, wanting admiration from everyone around him. I kept hoping maturity would come with time. Financially, emotionally, and mentally, I felt like I have sacrificed everything for our future while he was living a double life. Over the past couple months alone, he spent thousands of money on this woman while our family life was falling apart. What destroys me is the level of deception. This wasn't just cheating, this was manipulation of my reality for years, taking away my ability to make informed decisions about my own life, health, marriages, finances, and future. At this point, staying is no longer an option. I don't recognize this person anymore, and I don't think trust can survive this level of betrayal. The part I'm struggling with now is accepting that the future I built my entire life around is gone, and figuring out how to rebuild myself after all this. Has anyone gone through rebuilding their life after something like this? How did you even begin? At this point, I would have divorced him, 100%. In no way. You found him, he continued cheating, and then continued lying, and he had a secret life. 3 whole years. 3 whole years is a long time. 3 years is a long time hiding a secret girlfriend, having STDs, risking you and the baby's life while he's out there enjoying, making a fool out of himself. That is so unfair. And if he can put your life at risk, he can put the baby's life at risk like this, he doesn't love you. He's not your husband. He is definitely not it. Obi also said that it is hard for her to leave because I understand why people say just leave. And honestly, before this has happened to me, I probably thought the same thing too. But it's not that simple when that person was your family, your best friend, your support system, and basically your whole world for years. I moved countries for him. My family and my lifelong friends are overseas, and we built an entire life together, a home together, and had a baby together. That kind of bond doesn't just emotionally shut off overnight, even after betrayal. So yes, I wanted to try therapy and see if there's anything left to save or heal. Because when you truly love someone, you want to believe things can be better, and at least know you tried before walking away from everything you built. Situations like this are a lot more complex when you're actually living them than people imagining from the outside. Okay, look, OP. Look, you did try. You did try. You called him out once and he liked you. He gaslit you into saying that you were the one who cheated and you're the one who got STD on your own. And the second time he did that, he cheated on you again. You gave him chances and chances again to trample on you. Nothing is going to change from that. In no way, nothing is going to change from that. So stop being delusional. I think you should get therapy, but definitely for yourself, not for him. Don't pay for his therapy. He is gone. He's far gone. You should run away with your kid, have a divorce, keep things clean and cut. Like, he might have ruined your past, but don't let him ruin your future. That's all I'm saying. And I also do get the part where technically she did abandon everything for him. Because she moved countries, she abandoned her family, her best friend, her whole entire support system. Maybe even the house they're living in is under his name. So right now she doesn't have anything. She has no support whatsoever. She might even have trouble staying in countries they fell out. That's why she's having a lot of hesitation because the baby is still young. And it's not convenient for her to make drastic changes even though they can no longer see eye to eye. That one I do agree that it's hard. But just because it's hard doesn't mean that you don't do it. You have to do it because it's a necessity. You have to cut that cancer out of your life. You know, like, even if it's hard, even if you had to move back to your own country with no house and you have to borrow money from people, you have to at least do that for you and your baby so that you don't suffer, you don't live in the shadows of a narcissistic man and let him dictate whatever happened to you. Because 100%, I guarantee you, he's gonna come running back and beg you to take him back. He's gonna say shit like, oh, he regret this so much. You were the best after all. You're the mother of my kid. I regret everything. Let's bring up our child together. And then he'll expect you to be soft again. That's what they always do. But they always go back. And don't forget, he cheated on you not with one escort, but multiple. There's even a whole email thread. Multiple escorts across 3 years that you didn't find out. There could be more. There could be more beyond like whatever you know right now. There could be apps, there could be Tinder, there could be like WhatsApp. He could be doing way more than whatever you found. So don't give him chances and chances again to ruin your life. Oh, I think this story has officially drained me. I'm actually tired, mentally drained. So I hope you guys like this story, and if you do give a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.